Hello, I'm going to do a quick VOD review because you asked for it on Overwatch University. This is a unique one because you have only been playing this game for 2 days, as I've seen. So I'm not going to be I don't want to be super critical at all, but I want to be informative. I want to be as informative kind of from like a wider concept perspective to kind of give you an idea of what you're getting into. This game is not like other first-person shooters. This is a team-oriented game. Very much a team-oriented game. So it's hard to get a whole lot of solo value in the game. This is not like Valorant or CS:GO, where you got your 5v5 game. Like 3 of your team members die, you maybe get a pick, like maybe you have like a 1 pick down, so it's like 2v4, and then like one of your teammates dies, so now it's like 1v3, and somehow you can like get away with this. Like, that's not really how Overwatch works generally. Overwatch is very much like, try to take fights as 6v6 whenever you can, or just in the neutral, try to take fights when it's 5v5. But like, let's say you're down 3 people and the enemy team still has all 6 of theirs. Well, it would not be a good idea for your team to full commit to the fight. Okay, so let's see your tracer play a little bit. Maybe I'll remark a little bit about your tracer play. Okay, so you're on top of this thing. This is kind of cool. You're kind of being sneaky. Excuse me, sorry. You're trying to be a little bit sneaky here. Let me tell you that what I'm seeing here is already like you kind of understand what's going on as far as like what your role is. This is a position, actually, if I can just showcase this. This is a position that a lot of tracers will start in. Like, this is very common, actually. So I don't know if you already watched a couple of videos of like kind of how people do this. On this map in particular, what's going to end up happening here, all right, let me pull out my pen. This payload is going to walk to about here. And this is where, generally speaking, the payload is going to get stalled. It's going to get stalled maybe like, just somewhere, I don't know, somewhere around this choke. This choke here is about where it gets stalled. And this is where like a tank on both teams is going to be fighting for this point. And then everyone else is either going to be helping the tanks with that or on other angles doing other things. Okay? So what you want to do as a tracer, okay, is you are looking to pretty much be on the flank most of the time. You want to always be giving them a reason, the enemy team a reason, to turn around and look at you instead of your team. So here's a concept, and this is like a concept that you can kind of start thinking about, but like it is a kind of a deep concept. So if you're here and your team is over here, okay, let's say the enemy team was all right here, right? Let's say they're all kind of in this area. If you shoot them, okay, a few of these team members from the enemy team will look back at you, okay? And by looking at you instead of your team, you are giving your team space, extra space to play in. You're inviting them to take better positions, and you're inviting them to swarm the enemy team, to overwhelm them. Because if you can turn 2 or 3 heads around, then your team is winning. Because they have 2 or 3 heads looking at you, and your team has 5 heads looking at them. And so the pressure becomes overwhelming against their backs. You see? So you'll do that a lot. In a fight, if you can kill one of the enemy support heroes before the fight begins, that's huge. If you can kill them just as the fight begins, that is huge. You are doing your job. Okay. So let's take a look at, let's see your F4. Let me click the screen so it actually works. Okay. Let's see how you do it. Okay. No, stay up there. Stay up there. You get this. You got this. You're up here. Crouch. Crouch. You want to crouch because your footsteps on Tracer are pretty loud. And yeah, so just crouch while you're kind of moving up here. Nope. Nope, you went too soon. You see, this is 1v6, way too soon. Even if you can recall, too soon. And the reason it's too soon is because now you've wasted your recall. Notice recall's on 12 seconds. Okay. What you do is instead, let's say you didn't do that. Let's pretend that didn't just happen. Okay. Let's pretend this isn't happening either. Let's imagine that they don't know you're here. Okay. No. You stay here. You stay here. Okay. Look at the enemy team, right? You see this healer? Now you walk off and you get really close to this healer as Tracer. Okay. You get really close and you clip into this Baptiste your whole clip. In your whole clip, if you just like shove it onto his face, he'll die. Okay. If he's a really good Baptiste, he'll react and he'll Immortality Field himself. He'll try to strafe, he'll try to react somehow, and he can kind of heal himself with his shift. And you'll know that as you play other heroes. But what you want to do, find the person that's like in the back, be sneaky, and start shooting them. Okay, that's kind of what you want to do. If you were really sneaky there, let's say you didn't push the door right in the beginning and you kind of waited for them. This is a lot of what Tracer is, by the way. Kind of waiting and just listening, right? You're crouched, you're sitting here, and you're listening. And what are you listening for? You're listening for footsteps. Okay? You listen for footsteps, people walk ahead, and you're looking for the one that's furthest behind. The one that's all the way in the back. Because you know who that is? It's the support hero. This is the bread and butter. This is where you live. This is the one you kill. This is your prey. This is Tracer's prey. The support. Okay? So now we're further back. There's a Hanzo on top. This is not ideal. This is cool. You're kind of like in the front, all right? But you're not really living in their back, okay? You're not in their back. And sometimes you're not going to be able to be in their back, all right? Sometimes it's not like you can always be there. Sometimes there's just no health pack opportunities. There's just not enough cover. You're just like too exposed. But in this case, there is a lot of cover, okay? If you're on this Baptiste, if you kill this Baptiste like a moment ago, your team has so much less pressure on them because the tanks are not going to be able to push up with heals. They're going to push up without the heals. And so your team overwhelms them, okay? Kill healers. So you want to be back here. You're going to be shooting the Baptiste. You kill the Baptiste. You hang up back here. You kind of poke the hog, turn him around, come around here to coast, poke some of these people. And by poke, I mean just shoot them. Just shoot them with your gun. Your gun on Tracer has a 13-meter fall off. Okay, so let's say, for example, you're Tracer and you're standing right here. Okay, 13 meters in this game is roughly about this distance. Okay, that's about a 13-meter distance. And at this point, this is when your gun starts to fall off damage. All right, it does less damage after this point in time. And it will continue to fall off until it fully falls off at 23 meters. All right, these are weird numbers. Tracer has these weird numbers on it. Most of them are like on the 5s and on the 10s. Tracer has these weirder numbers. Okay, so it fully falls off at 23. You're not going to hurt people at 23 meters very much, but you will get their attention. It's just like when you shoot, if you're Tracer here and you're shooting Hog, you're not killing him, but you're getting his attention. And attention is everything, right? I wouldn't say everything, but it's big. It's a big part of playing Tracer. You get some attention and then you live back here. You're back here, you're being an asshole, and you're killing this guy. You're killing this guy, you're turning these people around. You want them to like turn around. That gives your team the opportunity to absolutely destroy this Reinhardt. If you allow your team, enable your team to destroy this Reinhardt, in your elo especially, you're going to win. Okay. All right, and so you're dead at this point, so we're going to be waiting on you to respawn. Meanwhile, let's just watch the rest of this fight unfold. You can see how, kind of like how I said, this is about where the cart in this map stalls, about right here. I'll let you know, and this might be a little bit advanced for you at this point, but this up here is a very important position. This is what I would call, on this particular part of the map, is a power position. Not necessarily for Tracer. It's not necessarily that Tracer wants to hold this position, but a lot of people a lot of heroes do actually want to hold this position. And this is when I say a power position, what I mean is that this is the most important position to be holding pretty much on this part of the map. So if you don't have this as the attacking team, the first thing you should be doing is probably taking this position. If you're defending this position, and it's not uncommon, by the way, it's not uncommon to not hold this position on defense, but only because you have this big gas station up here. A lot of, like, once you start getting higher level in the game, a lot of people will start holding up here on the gas station. Like this gas station here is pretty nice because the only way to get up top is to either have a hero that can jump up top, or you can walk all the way around the ramps, all the way across the bridge to get up top. See how safe it is? And it's got this giant sign for natural cover. A lot of reasons why this is really good. Really good. So a lot of defenses are going to start up here. But that doesn't mean that a flanker like you can't like start in here, for example. If your team is here, over here on this, you could start in this tunnel. And as soon as the enemy team tries to put like a Hanzo or some DPS up here to shoot you, then here you are, you clip them, you kill them, and that's it. You did your job. So try to be sneaky. Understand, at least, I mean, it's going to be tough in the beginning because you don't know what these power positions are. This just happens to be the power position here. This is the one where like each team wants to deny the other team the ability to stand here. All right, keeping going. You're back in the game. Let's see. Let's see where you're going with this. How sneaky can you be? This is a little bit outside of your effective range. Okay, so you got one blink. Wait for another blink here. Here's my advice, right? You'd wait for another blink, and you're going to double blink. 1, 2. You can blink, blink. Now you're on this side. Now you shoot Lucio. You see? So once you're on this side, you can go up here. You can shoot people from up here, and you're getting angles on them. You're fulfilling this the same concept like I was telling you before, where you want to live behind them. Who's the furthest behind on the team? Who's in the very back of the team right now? BAP. Again, the support. If you can double blink over here and kill this Baptiste, your team has a significantly higher chance of winning the fight. Very significantly higher chance of winning the fight. And so that's really what you're looking to do. Okay, you got your double blink. You're playing a little, you're playing kind of like in a way where, here, you're playing like if this is the enemy team and this is your team, you're like right in the front of it, kind of, where like you're not exposing, you're not like, not exposed, you're not utilizing the best thing you could be doing, which is being behind them. If you're behind them, then they have the split attention, right? And I'm going to keep repeating that a little bit here and there just to make it like ingrained in your mind if you really want to play Tracer. Okay, and this is going to be tough for you. This is death. You recalled and you landed right in front of them. You do have 2 blinks. You might get away. They do have bad aim. That's another consideration here. Yep, get out of there. Get out. Okay. All right, it's fine. So one thing that you're new to, since you're new to the game, you don't know where the health packs are. So try to familiarize yourself with, you know, the fact that there's a mini here. Very important. There is a mega right here. Differences between the mini and the mega. Okay, the mini will heal you for 75 HP. That's half of your HP. That's not half of like anyone else's HP though. You have the smallest HP pool. You only have 150. This mega will heal for 250. So if you pick up the mega, that's a full health for you. Another mega is right here, in here, the bottom tunnel. Top tunnel does not have a mega. Okay, so bottom tunnel has the mega, top one doesn't. I do not believe, I think that's pretty much the health pack situation here. So you have a mini here, you have a mega there, and you have a mega here for this little area. Okay, so just remember that. And what I would do if you're going to be serious, if you really want to be serious and like get good fast, I recommend opening a custom game, going into these maps, literally find these, just look for them, look at the map, and look at the geometry of the map. Try to figure out everything. Figure out everything that takes people a while to figure out when they're just playing the game naturally. Like, how long does it take people to figure out in the game that there's this whole coast? There's another mini here, by the way. There's a whole coast here. Like, if you're banging your head trying to get down main, did you know that you can go, there's usually 3 lanes in Overwatch. There's main, left, and right. Right? So usually there's multiple lanes. And this is going to be a big concept that you're going to see throughout the whole game, right? You have main right here, and then you have this sort of like side angle. You have this sort of side angle, and this isn't uncommon. Look, this goes all the way through. There's like a 3-lane thing here, okay? And the reason they put multiple lanes in the game is so that if you are getting your head just like pounding into a wall on one of these ones here in the main, usually it's on main because lower level players don't really take lanes, the different ones, then you can try a different lane. You can also pressure from other lanes. You can contest people on other lanes. That's when you start getting into like the more advanced part of the game. All right, when you're over here in this part of the map, okay, totally different part of the map, but you do have main coming in through here, right? And that's the one you know about if you've played this map a couple times. But that's not the only lane. There's a couple of other ones. So check this out. There's this one here. You can go through this little cave, find yourself on top of this. This goes all the way across these little platforms. Notice how this is its own lane. It's all in this high ground. It goes all the way into here in the next point. It's all connected. Okay. And if you get up here, you can also get inside of this room. You can, certain heroes can get on top of this thing. Certain here, like if you're on Hanzo, this looks like a slope. You can actually stand here. This is a standable spot. You stand here, you shoot as Hanzo. It's got platforms all the way over here, all the way up to there. And note, you don't always have to go through this little canyon area. This is, again, this is main. You can drop off the bottom here, go through this thing, find here, get a little safe push in here, and now you're on to a mega. You can go up these stairs, find high ground against the enemy team. You can pressure them from behind here. Again, go back into the middle of the building here. It all connects very well. You got high grounds over here. If you want to take this angle up here as like a sniper, you can snipe from behind. Lots of things you can do. And what this takes, really, what I'm showing you here, all of this can be figured out if you open a custom game, go into a game alone, and just like pick a map and learn it. Learn the map. Find things like, know that there's going to be a mega here. Okay, you want to know that, especially as Tracer. Know that there is a mega here. You got to know that. Know that, god damn, there I might be completely wrong about this. Yeah, I'm totally wrong about that one. I'm not a Tracer player. Just you know, I'm a support player for the most part. There's a mini here. There is, am I missing something? No, I just look foolish. I don't think there's one in here. Am I stupid? I'm a fool. Okay, there's none in there. I know that there's the mega here, and there's the mega over there. These are like the main ones. And I know I'm just missing one. I feel so stupid right now. Oh my god, I feel so stupid right now. Where is the other one? Okay, well, call me a fool. I don't know where the mini is. I feel like there's a mini on this map, on this little part here, but I can't quite put my mind on it. Okay, well, I'm going to stop looking for it because I'm looking like a fool. Okay, we're going to go back to looking at you for a second. I'm going to skip ahead. Back maybe a little bit here. Okay, you wait out the dragon arrow? That's fine. Alright, you hear the fire in the hole. And that's going to be the enemy Junkrat using his ultimate ability. You want to try to find cover, just hide. This is going to be nasty. I feel like it's going to hit a bunch of people in your team. Okay, he got 2. And specifically, he got both your healers. That's unfortunate. So your team's going to be retreating right now. And what you want to do while they're retreating is just be sneaky. I would go around this way. Find yourself a sneaky spot. And this is a lot of what being Tracer is. She's an assassin. Okay, she is an assassin. You want to be sneaky. You want to find your way in here. Camp this mega. And as the enemy team starts pushing forward, this is a recurring theme. You want to find the last person in line. Who's the last person in line? This guy. All right, find this guy. He'll be the one trailing in the very back. And just kill him. Okay? When I say kill him, all right, what I do not mean is I do not mean kill him when your whole team is just like camping in way back. All right? Make sure the front line is somewhat occupied doing something they're distracted, so they can't just all 6v1 turn on you and kill you. Because if you do that, you're feeding. Okay, so I just said feeding. What does feeding mean? This is a game about ultimate abilities. You see what I have up here? This is your team, okay? Up here. These percentages are the ultimate percentages, all right? You have Pulse Bomb, you're 99% to Valkyrie, you're 89% to Bomb, you're 95% to Flux, you're really far off, only 16% on Tire, you have 91% to Trans. So you guys have one currently, about to get another, and very close to get another, very close to get another, very close to get another. You almost have 5 ults, and ultimates are the name of the game. That's kind of like how you give and take. That's how you negotiate positions in Overwatch. Is you use ultimates both proactively and reactively to negotiate the way the fight is going to commence. So you might start off a fight with a Flux and see what they do. Does your Flux hit the Baptiste? Okay. Does the Baptiste drop his lamp in order to save his team from the Flux? But then after the Flux lands and they drop the lamp, do you kill the lamp so that then Diva Bomb can go through into the enemy team? They don't have a lamp anymore to save them from the explosion. This is how you think about Overwatch. You look at ultimate abilities. Okay. And so here's how this works. If I'm a BAP, for example, and let's take a better example. Let's say I'm Reinhardt. Okay. Every time I do any amount of damage, I get more of my ultimate. I get closer to getting my ultimate ability. Reinhardt swings his hammer and hits you for 85 damage. If he hits you, he gets 85 points towards his ultimate ability. Okay. And also you get 5 ultimate points per second. So if you kind of think about it, it's like he can swing you to get 85 ultimate points, or he can wait for, what is that? 85 divided by 5 is like 17 seconds. I think so. Yeah, something like that. 17 seconds to get that much ultimate charge. You can see how waiting 17 seconds and just hitting someone with your hammer, it's way faster to get your ultimate by doing damage. Another way to get ultimate is to heal. Okay, so people like Baptiste can get their ultimate also just by healing. Rather than waiting for their ultimate to slowly charge itself, you want to be doing damage and healing. That's how you get ultimate charge. So when you go into the enemy team, hunt down the Baptiste and die immediately, and they don't die, you've given them 150 ultimate charge points throughout somewhere on their team. Somewhere on their team, they're going to get 150 ultimate charge points. If you attempt to kill Baptiste and you do 100 damage to him out of his 200 life, they also heal that 100 damage. And now you've given them 100 healing and 150 of your own life. That's 250 ultimate charge points across their team. Now, how devastating is that? Well, an ultimate in this game is going to cost anywhere between somewhere around 1,300 and 3,000 ultimate charge points. So it's not giving them an entire ultimate ability, but it is giving them a solid fraction of an ult. Baptiste, for example, I think requires only 1,600. If he gets all the benefit from that, like if he kills you and then heals himself up, you've given him about 20% ult charge. Okay, so that's what I mean by feeding. You are feeding their ultimates. When you feed their ultimates, you get them closer to winning the game. Or I should say, you give them more negotiation power in the fight. Right now, however, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ults basically. They have 1, 2, 3. So you are up in what you would call ultimate economy. And by being up in ultimate economy, your team should be able to negotiate these fights a little bit better. But you're also down in numbers right now, so you have to wait for respawns. Okay, careful about Roadhog. I'll tell you one thing about Roadhog. Right here, he has a long hook radius of 20 meters. His hook can go pretty, I would say you're right at it. I think it goes to about here. You want to be careful because he is almost within hook range of you. I know it sounds weird. You think, Hog, what do you mean his hook goes 20 meters? I'm not kidding. This is he can hit you very close. If you take a couple steps forward, he can hook and kill you. If he hooks you, most hogs will kill you if you get hooked. Just be careful about that. Wrong one. There you go. I like what you're doing here. I like this. You're being sneaky. You know what you're kind of doing a little bit. Now you are showing your face, so now this is a little bit less sneaky. Okay. You got this. Use recall. Oh no. Oh, that sucks. Okay. Go next. Go back here. Okay. Let's try to find a good target for your pulse bomb. So if you put your pulse bomb on a support, usually that's the best thing. If you put a pulse bomb on Baptiste, he uses Immortality Field. So that's not a bad thing, but you might not get the kill. What you want to do is, if you're going to pulse bomb him, that's fine. Just know he's going to drop the lamp. The lamp is what I mean by Immortality Field. And if I Control Z here, and I go to him, let's show here, okay? It is this ability here. This ability drops an Immortality Field, and it will look like a lamp in the air, and it's like a drone, and it has like a little light thing under it, and anyone standing in there is immortal. They can get down to pretty low health. It lets them get down to about here on their health bar, like this much of it, but they won't die. And then it'll last for 5 seconds, and then it'll go away, and suddenly they're allowed to die now. So what you do is you pulse bomb this guy, make him use this lamp, all right, and then you kill him. Even if you don't kill him after the lamp goes away, you got lamp out. Lamp, this thing here, I should stop calling it lamp. People call it lamp as shorthand because it looks like a lamp. This is called Immortality Field, and it is a 25-second cooldown. And it's what allows a lot of teams to stay alive when an enemy uses their ultimate ability without having to use one yourself. But because it's a 25-second cooldown, it's almost like another ultimate ability. If you can bait out lamp, and this is like a deeper concept, if you can shoot him enough to get his health down to like here, sometimes he will just drop the lamp on himself, even though you didn't ultimate him. And by doing that, you are baiting out the lamp, putting it on a 25-second cooldown, keeping that lamp from hitting his tanks, and now you can pulse bomb him. You see? Okay. That's kind of what you want to be looking for here. It's totally fine to pulse bomb anyone else too, by the way. Just know your pulse bomb does 350 damage. That's not enough to kill a tank from full health, but it is enough to kill pretty much anyone else. Good target. Good target. Look at this. Now, interesting. Let's see. Does he have the wherewithal to drop his Immortality Field? I want to just commend you, though. Holy shit. You went to the high ground, you blinked off, you pulse bombed a Baptiste, the correct target. Don't die to your own pulse, though. If you are close enough to this pulse bomb, it will deal 350 damage to you. And I think it's about to blow up, and I think you're about to die. Oh, you recalled fast enough. Nice. Let's go back a second. How did, oh, hold on. I see. Okay, so it did 350 damage to him. Here's what happened. He got beat from Lucio. When Lucio uses his ultimate ability, let me go back a second. I'll show you what this looks like. Okay. This is beat. Look at his health. It gives his whole team this blue health. This is called temporary health. And this is what's going to save the Baptiste from dying. You did a really cool play, and it just so happens that this Lucio, for whatever happenstantial reason, just used his beat right before you did it. And it was a pretty good timing because it saves his Baptiste. This beat gives everyone within vision of him, basically, in a pretty wide radius, all of this. It's called a sound barrier. They get all of this health. And you look at Baptiste's health right now, it's 907. He can take a pulse bomb. So he gets stuck. You'll notice this temporary health here, as you can see, is kind of like, maybe I can draw. Let's see. kind of just draw this. You notice this number is quickly depleting, but as you're about to see, he's going to be just fine. It explodes. He does take 350, but he's still at a healthy 186. Good. Pressure. He still uses the lamp. This is the lamp that I'm talking about, and you're probably aware of this. There it is. There's the radius. Looks great. This little top part here, you see this little like gray part on his health that's kind of like shielding his health. That's how far down his health is allowed to be in the Immortality Field, and it cannot go lower. You can see that again if I click here. You can see how his health is not allowed to go below this little portion at the bottom. Okay. Wait, I'm sorry, where are you? There you go. Okay, so you're pressuring the Baptiste. Really good target. Big lift. At the back. Nice. This is excellent. I want to commend you on just like positionally. I want to show you how like here's the enemy team, here's your team, and you're on the edge flank. You're flanked behind them in a different angle, putting pressure on them, telling them, "Hey guys, turn around. Look at me. Look at me," instead of my team. And the more you do this, the more your team has free reign to just shoot, stay here like with a lot of confidence and a lot of just value. Like there's no risk. There's no consequences to just staying here and shooting, because if they're all looking back at you and you're playing your angle well, you're like, "Hey, shoot at me. Hey, blink over here. Hey, shoot me. Hey, shoot me. Hey, shoot me." You know, they're just going to look at you and die. This right here, this is the Orb of Discord. You see this little purple black, like black hole looking thing? That's from your Zenyatta. Your Zenyatta does this thing where, it's this thing right here. He presses E, looking at a target, and they get that Orb of Discord. And what the Orb of Discord does is it means he takes 25% more damage. All right. So this is a great target. You have identified the Discord target. Kill this guy. He takes extra 25% damage and you destroyed him. Nice. Make sure to beware of these bombs. Okay. So Junkrat, we're going to watch that real quick. Don't stand in the trap. Be really careful. And that might be your Junkrat trap too. So you kill him here. He has this passive ability, Junkrat here, where when he dies, he drops these nades. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. These are nasty. If you stand on those nades, you will die. That'll kill you. That'll straight up kill you. So just be careful about that. You are actually stuck in his trap. That hurts, by the way. That hurts. You were full. It did 80 damage to you. That's an 80 damage trap and a stun for like 3 seconds. Hurts a lot. So just be careful. Sometimes against Junkrat, you do have to look at the ground on those traps. It can be really annoying. In fact, sometimes Junkrat will put a trap on like a corner here, and then he also has this like concussion mine, or not concussion mine, it's like a sticky mine he can throw. He can actually stick it to the wall, and then when you get tripped on the mine, or on the trap, he'll blow up the mine right next to you, and that one also does like 120 damage. Like, it's just death. You just die. It doesn't even matter if you're on like a low HP hero. Like, you take 80 from the trap, 120 from the bomb, and that's 200. That kills a lot of squishies. You're within hook range here, and you could die. He went for it. He went for it and missed. Good blink. Nice. He's almost got his hook back. It's on an 8-second cooldown. Let's take a look at where he is so far. His hook is back. He could go for it. He went for it, missed. That was very close. You can kill him. He gets the Orb of Discord. You do 25% more damage on him now. He almost, unfortunately got domed by the Junkrat. But it's okay. We get rezzed. Another important thing to note, though, is that because you have blinks, you have this blink ability. It's very fast. You can get to the fight faster than a lot of the enemy team. So if you kill a slow person and they kill you back, or if you're like trading like that, well, it's fine. If you 1-for-1, you actually get value out of that. If you 1-for-1 with a slow person, then you get to come back to the fight faster than them, And so, yeah, doesn't matter. You actually win in that exchange. It's not a 1-for-1. It's better than a 1-for-1. Okay, you lost 2 to the enemy Junkrat tire. So now we're kind of like trying to play safe again. This whole like walking back forward, probably a bad idea. So just be careful because you're down 2. Looking at the map, they kind of have some people like running back, so it's not like they have a whole lot of pressure. But I would be careful here. Maybe not run in the front line right now while your team kind of regroups. This is your chance to go up the stairs and find a sneaky angle. If you didn't know, by the way, that was the Junkrat that booped you into the air really hard right there. I'm going to look at the enemy Junkrat so you can see this is that mine I was telling you about that can stick to walls. Doesn't have to stick to walls. He can just shoot it at you. All right. I'm going to slow it down for a second. Watch how he does this. He throws it at you like this. And when it hits you, it's a knockback that knocks you up. Up. You see that? That's what he does. So he throws that at you and it hurts. It hurts a lot. It's very nasty. You're down to 41. Also, it's a wide area of effect. That's a very easy mine to hit people with. It's very low skill intensive. Good stick. Good recall. You know, you're kind of a natural Tracer player. I think you got this figured out. I think you kind of like sort of know what you're doing on this hero. You definitely watch some people play Tracer. It's kind of cool to see. Like, even though you're super new, you have thrown 2 pulse bombs and you've hit both of them. I've even seen you like pulse bomb or like blink off of high ground to find a good target and pulse bomb them. And like, that's not anything close to what I expect out of a day 2 player. Day 2 players are picking Bastion, sitting still, and shooting people with a giant machine gun. You're blinking off high ground and pulse bombing a healer. Like, it's just years. You are, I mean, maybe not years, but like, you are miles and miles and miles and miles ahead of 2-day players. Okay, so this is the map knowledge thing of knowing where health packs are. Got this one around here. And I'm not, again, I'm a support player for the most part. So while I can give you Tracer tips like generically what I'm doing here, I'm really bad at like finding these fucking health packs. There's it is. Okay, so there's one in here. And I gotta think that there's one right around here. There we go. There's the mega. So you grab this thing here, or you grab this thing here, and you go back. You get back in there. Get back in this fight, because this is winnable. It's hard, but you can find some value here. Yeah, you gotta stay away from that, Winston. Here's the healing. Nice. Okay, so you chaseable. You got blinks here. He is discorded, so you can try to pressure that Winston. He's almost dead. If you can get the kill, that's huge. Yeah, you're looking down main. What you're looking here to do, top play would not be looking down main and shooting. Be going on the flank. This is gonna be a map knowledge thing. What you can do, sitting right here, you can hop on this, hop on top of this crate, hop on top of this one, hop on top of this one, and now you're on the flank. You're in the different lane. See that? It's good. It's just, it comes down to a map knowledge thing and in knowing like how you can take these lanes easily. Good chase. Good chase. Good damage. Yeah, try to find a flank here. This is what I would call downtime. And the reason I describe this right now is downtime is because realistically, both teams are kind of just like stacking up, getting ready for what you might consider the real fight. This is just like the in-between, right? for these in-between times, you're looking for repositioning. You're looking for like when both teams are trying to like figure out, okay, when is this real fight going to break out? How are we going to open up this fight? What are we going to do? Right, the enemy team, what they got here is a couple of things, right? So they're gathering up over here. They're thinking, okay, well, we have a tire, we have a Hanzo arrow. So the ideas in their head, they might be like, okay, well, we'll stack up for a second. They're, you know, we're over here, they're over there. We're gonna throw a dragon arrow down main, and then they're gonna have to run backwards, and then we'll just follow the dragon, and they're gonna have to meet us at the end of the dragon, and we'll kill them. Maybe that's the plan. Maybe the plan is to use a Junkrat tire. Maybe the tire tire has a long lifespan. It has to, like, I think lasts for like 10 seconds. You can actually run the tire over the high ground here, and then like plant it on top of the enemy team. Like that could be maybe their plan. Meanwhile, people are taking better positions. People are trying to find their way maybe on top of this giant semi truck here. You want to be standing up here as some of like the longer range heroes. And so like these downtimes is a perfect opportunity for your team to take better positions, get ready for the fight. And in this sort of preparation phase, this is your opportunity to like find these angles. Like, for example, you could blink over here. You could sneak over here, be sneaky, 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 sneaky. Find your way up here, maybe shoot a little bit, get their attention, bring them up here a little bit. Over here. There's stuff going on. There is money to be made up here. You can even, honestly, if you were standing right here and you just like yeeted a pulse bomb down there, you'd hit something. You'd hit something. Anywhere, if you want to as well, you could come back here, find yourself in this area. Right? You can make your way over here. Find a pulse bomb, find a target. Look at that guy. He's way back here. What if this is someone you're pressuring in this moment? What if both teams are preparing to fight for like the real fight, and like just before it's about to happen, you one clip and punch, like one clip melee this guy? Like, damn. That fight is so heavily favored for you. It's ridiculous. Good stick. Dude, you're crazy. For 2 days, that's unreal. So yeah, that's kind of like a play where it's like, surprise, there is no preparation phase. This fight's over. That was a moment where the Baptiste had to react and put a lamp on his team, and if he doesn't, the team fight's over. He didn't, the team fight is over. You kill 4. Good kill. Oh, you died to the Total Mayhem passive. Unfortunate. Certainly this is not your first-person shooter game, because you are kind of like, sure, you're kind of dying, you're kind of feeding here and there, but you are clearly experienced in this style of games. Nice target priority. That's the Discord orb target. That's a tire. He didn't see you. That's funny as hell. Kill him. Nice. You're looking to flank here, by the way. You could be up here, by the way. Just because it's really far back and like close to the choke doesn't mean, and just because we're not playing in the space anymore does not mean that you cannot be sneaking right here. Like, imagine if enemy team right here is trying to make their foothold in, and then you're just like on the back foot, you just do like a quick blink, pulse, back up here. Now they have to worry about something going on over here. Now there's like fight happening like way over here, when the real payload is like, it's over here. We're like, you think we're in this space, but they're dying on the second point. You can really screw with them. Over here, you want to get out. Yeah. Ryan's killable. Very killable. He got discarded. Blink. You can punch him. See his health? You can punch him. And you can punch through the shield. Honestly, at any point here, you blink and you punch him. The punch with the Discord Orb does extra damage. And let's check his health. Let's check Reinhardt's health. Oh my gosh, what button? Here we go. He's at 81. So no, a punch doesn't kill him, but you can blink behind him, get like a little bit of a clip, like maybe a couple bullets, and then punch, and then you can get out. And it's a kill. Highly killable Reinhardt there. Looking for pulse. Didn't quite find it. Big. Haven't missed a single stick yet. That's crazy, dude. So if you're not trolling me, and this really is day 2 of you playing Overwatch, then, dude, you're doing great. You're doing fantastic. But, and if you're not, then this is a huge compliment, because this is me potentially accusing you of fooling me, that you're actually more experienced at the game than you told me you were. That'd be a huge compliment if you weren't. Now, if you are trying to fool me, then good job, you fooled me. Nice. You got me. There you are, fighting for semi. Very nice. As far as power positions go, by the way, this semi truck is the power position. So, as far as just knowing that, by the way, this is the power position. On attack or defense, you want to control this semi truck. Ooh, that was close. Your team died though. That's cool. That's not cool. Nice recall. Yeah, not a game win, but I think you definitely played pretty well. So good job. If you have any more questions, feel free to throw them at me. If you want to do another VOD too, feel free to throw that at me as well. So yeah, just let me know. Happy to do it.